So I'm going to focus more on practical Hermeticism, or my interpretation of practical Hermeticism. So, like practical advice, the ancient texts of Hermeticism were divided up into two categories. They were generally labeled practical and theoretical. Now, every time I start and restart this channel, I focus on the theoretical, right? And the distinction that historical scholars have made between practical and theoretical were that the practical was like magic, magical practice, summoning spirits and divination and all that kind of stuff. And theoretical was the philosophical, the spiritual, if you will. And they divided out the texts in that way, and they kind of imposed a hierarchy. And they kind of said, the practical stuff that was like the common common stuff. The superior stuff for like the elite was the theoretical stuff, and that was the real Hermeticism. But as I appreciate it, the reality was that it was all mixed in. So if you looked at a Hermetic text, it had practical magical spells and whatnot alongside treatises about the nature of the universe and of God and of that kind of thing. So I've basically been suffering under the delusion, if you will, that before I get into the practical stuff, we have to establish a firm foundation of theory and core principles, and we're going to build on them, and we're going to it's like, who's got time for all that? You know what I mean? To me, the point of Hermeticism is improving our lives, seeking happiness. Okay, and if it doesn't improve our lives, if it doesn't tend us towards happiness in the ancient Greek meaning of the word, of flourishing, if you will, a good life, if it doesn't lead us to living a good life and improving our lives, then what's the point? And so, I mean, I think the theoretical stuff certainly has its place, and I certainly will wax philosophically at the drop of a hat. But I mean, I think I should focus more on the practical and let the theoretical take care of itself. It'll come up. So I'm starting with the foundational principle, if you will. Okay, yeah, back to foundational principles. Foundational principle that practicing Hermeticism is good for us, makes our lives better. So let's see if I can prove that.